Well, last Saturday it was Black Caviar taking all the headlines in the Melbourne Festival of Racing, making it a perfect 10. Tomorrow night at Moonee Valley, Friday night, it is his little brother Moshe who takes to centre stage as the festival heads that way. Wayne Hawkes is part of the training team behind this youngster. We talked to Wayne this morning about the expectations on Moshe.
He's got ability, and I think he'll win a stakes race and everything like that. But I mean, he's certainly no Black Caviar, and as I said, the poor bloke, he's been carried along by his big sister. But you know, it's unfair to the horse really, because as I said, he's had 3 starts, he's had 2 wins and a really good 4th in a stakes race in Sydney. He's going pretty good.
And although he was beaten first up in Sydney, running 4th on that occasion, in hindsight, the stable were quite happy with the run.
It wasn't a bad effort, you know. I mean, I think Decision Time's a pretty smart horse. I think he ran a place in a slipper and came back and won a group race and won impressively and then actually bled. So he's a very good horse, Decision Time. We've run 4th in the stakes race, first up. We're a Class 2 horse. It's all the Black Caviar hype for the poor bugger, and that's the absolute truth. So he's most people like to own him, but he's no Black Caviar. What is?
Back to Melbourne this time, and the expectations are that he will find himself in the winner's stall. He's already been there before at Moonee Valley.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be a short price favourite, and you know, with a bit of luck, hopefully he'll be back in winning form, and everyone will be back on the Moshe bandwagon. But gee, when you get beat, they jump off quick.
Well, it's a night for high-profile brothers for the Hawks team, because not only do they have Moshe engaged, they've also got Shadowofexcellence, who of course is the 3/4 brother to Makybe Diva. He goes around in the Top Cut Alistair Clark Stakes.
He's arrived down from Sydney, and he's Makybe Diva's 3/4 brother, and he won a maiden by 5 or 6 the other day at Newcastle, and probably could have won by a lot further, but he's heading towards the Derby, so it'll be he needs to. You know, he's only a Class 1 horse, so he needs to do something tomorrow night to get himself qualified to run in the Derby, because if he stays the way he is, he won't make the field.
Step up in distance suits, but the tighter track is going to be a little concern for the stable here, but he's a horse with immense promise and looking forward to a bright future from Shadowofexcellence.
All that family just needs time, and so you know, we trained the other brother Muscat, and Muscat got sick as a young horse, and he would have been a pretty fair horse at an older age, and I think Makybe was about 7 when she was hitting her peak. So this bloke won't take that long, but this bloke will be a much better 4-year-old than what he is a 3-year-old.
And after Friday night at Moonee Valley, the focus will shift to Sydney for the stable. They've got the Melbourne Cup runner-up Malaki Day going around in the Group 1 Ranvet Stakes. Does look like a horse that's going to have a big future ahead of him.
Oh, it's all about the Melbourne Cup, man. It's just about getting him back here in one piece. I wish it was the middle. I wish it was the middle of October, not the middle of March. But anyway, we can't always have what we want.
Well, that's the latest word from Team Hawks ahead of a big night Friday night at Moonee Valley, and of course that feature event in Sydney on Saturday. Stay tuned for more news.